Hey there, if you're new to my class, you may be asking yourself questions about this stock market assignment and wondering what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to walk you through right now how to complete the quarterly report. We did this the first 9 weeks, and I know that you probably weren't here for that. And now we are continuing the second 9 weeks, and we're actually going to continue it throughout the school year. So it's important for us to get on top of this and know what's going on. On my main Schoology page, you'll see a green folder that says Stock Market. You'll open that folder if you haven't already. There are resources in here along with some instructions. You can see the instructions that are typed out there for you. You should definitely read over those so you know what is expected. There's a PowerPoint called Stock Market Definitions that might be useful for you to go through and review the definitions of the vocabulary that we use so that you can understand what stocks are and how the stock market works. There is a link there that says Stock Market Instructions that'll give some instructions, but it's not going to be quite as detailed as this video. And then there's a file that says Stocks Q2 Name. That's the Word document that you're going to open and save and add to every Friday. And then there's the progress report, which basically just shows how you're going to be graded on the progress report halfway through the grading period. So when you open the Stocks Q2 Name document, it's a Word document that looks like this. I am going to show it to you. I'm going to do an example and you can follow along with me. Hopefully that will clarify what you're supposed to do. So you can see that there are 3 columns because we're going to follow 3 companies that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Or you can follow companies on the NASDAQ. Those are 2 different areas of the market where stocks are traded. The New York Stock Exchange includes most companies, but NASDAQ will include companies that are tech related like Amazon or Apple, for example. We are pretending that we purchased these stocks on 9/11. So the initial purchase price would be the price that the stock cost on 9/11, and I'll show you how to look that up. And then every Friday, we enter in the values. So all the dates that you see here are Fridays. So let's pick a company. You're going to use the Stocks app. If you have not installed this on your iPad yet, you need to do that. It is in the I forget what they call it, the self-service, I think it's called, area where you install apps. It's just called Stocks. Once you install that, you'll see that there are some companies might already show up in your watch list on the left-hand side. For example, I have Apple in there, I have Walmart, I have Nike, I have Starbucks. You can add or subtract anything that you want. So let's say you want to add Disney. I'm just going to show you how to do this. You just type in the search and look for a company, type in the name, and then when you see that it's traded either on the NYSE or NASDAQ, NASDAQ, those would be the ones that you would want to open. So Disney says the Walt Disney Company, that's what I want. I'm going to choose that one. And if I want to add this to my watch list, if I want this to be one of the companies that I'm watching, I just hit the blue button at the upper right-hand corner, and now it's added, and it'll be on my watch list from now on. I'm going to hit cancel to get out of that. So there it is at the bottom, you could see. And you could subtract companies if you want to. Like, let's say I don't want Walmart on here anymore. I'm just going to pull it to the left and hit remove and get rid of it. You can move them around if I want. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. That was... Oh, come on. Get out of here. Okay. Please. Maybe I have to go to the right. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. Anyway, if I want to move this around, I can do that. So you can customize your watch list. So let's say I'm going to do Disney. All right. DIS at the top is the symbol. The company name is the Walt Disney Company. So I'm going to put that on my chart. The Walt Disney Company right here. I'm just going to highlight this and replace it. The Walt Disney company, whoops. And then it was, what was it, DIS? Oh, I don't want a period. Yeah, DIS. All right, DIS. And that's all you have to do. So you put your company name and symbol. And then the initial purchase price on 9/11, we can look that up very easily. If you look up here, you'll see there are different options for different graphs. This one shows how Disney's doing today, and it does update constantly. This one shows how it's done over the last week. This one shows 1 month, and this one shows 3 months. If you choose the 3-month option, that will give you all the dates that you need. So I'm just going to hold my finger on this graph and drag it until the date changes to September 11th. And then I'm going to hold my finger. That blue number that I see, 131.75, that's the value on September 11th. 131.75. I'm going to put that in my chart. 131.75. That's how much I bought it for. And now I'm going to look up the value that it was on November 13th. Hold my finger, November 13, 138.36. And I will just keep doing this. November 20th, hold my finger, 141.07. And you'll do that every Friday. Now, today is December 11th when I'm making this video. So, and that's the point where we're submitting this for a progress report. So you would want to do all the way through December 11th. So let me just mark that for you. All right, this is where you'll stop basically, and then you'll be able to submit this on the Schoology Dropbox. So fill all of this out, all of this, and all of this. Now you'll notice in my instructions on Schoology and on the progress report that I put up in class, I said that you should be entering news stories as well. You want to do that at least twice per company for the whole 9 weeks. So if you don't do that right now, that's okay. You still have like 4 weeks to do it. But just so you know, those news stories appear right underneath the chart. All of these news stories are customized to relate back to Disney in some way. So they've done the work for you. You just have to pick a story. That's all. No big deal. And if you're not satisfied with the amount of information that shows up underneath this listing, you can click over here on the blue text that says more data from Yahoo Finance. If I click on that, it opens a link from Yahoo that gives even more information and more headlines. So that could be helpful if you pick a company that's a little more obscure, that doesn't get a lot of press. You might find some stories here about your company. So just a little hint there if you need it. I think that covers it. If I forgot something, you'll have to let me know. But I think that covers what we need to be able to do. So we're just going to so every Friday when I say, okay, update your chart, you're just going to go to that date and you're going to put in the value on that day. And it really only takes like 5 minutes. Once you have your watch list set up, it's really fast and easy. In fact, you don't even have to open the listing. If you notice in your watch list, it tells you how much the stock is. Like right now, Disney is $177.98. Apple is $121.70. Starbucks is 103.12. Oh, they just changed. So you don't even really have to open your listing even to see how much it is. But if you do open the listing, like let's open Apple, you see AAPL is the symbol, Apple Inc. is the name of the company. And if you go all the way to the right, that bold number at the top, 121.76, that would be the value that you put in your chart if you were checking for this very moment. It is down $1.49 a share right now. which isn't a lot. If it's up, it'll be green. If it's down, it'll be red. So if it's losing money, it's red. If it's making money, it's green. You can see that Disney's doing really well right now. It's up $23 today. That's a lot. So I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if Mandalorian has anything to do with it or just Christmas time or what, but they're doing really well today. So I hope that clarifies things. Please let me know if you still have questions. This is obviously something that's going to drag on the whole year, so you definitely want to solve any problems now rather than waiting.